from the view of today's age and time and the dominant science, how do you view the influence of science and your path?
Influence of science is the science, you mean?
The science, let's say, for health, body, drugs. Do you completely reject this, or do you also use the modern science?
No, this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing because I know that in the European countries, for example, they always put it like, for some reason, I don't know if it really was like that or not. I cannot so much make research about this, you know. I know that they always put this is the church and this is the science.
Yes.
It's completely different. Church is you believe in something completely unreal and nothing and no understanding at all, and this is the science who is the reality. And they are fighting. If somebody fights the science, he will not believe in the church anymore. So church was fighting the science as much as possible. Islam was never like this. I don't think also that church, maybe there was some like that, I don't know. But Islam was never like that, never. The big knowledgeable people like Al-Ghazali and almost all of them had certain science in which they were very good, like extraordinary good. You know? Islam was like that. Science and deen went hand to hand, hand in hand. And never Prophet ﷺ, he was afraid that somebody get knowledge. You know, like they are saying in the old time, church was afraid if somebody get knowledge, they don't believe in church anymore. I don't know. I cannot say if it was real or not. I think they're exaggerating. I don't think that because also the Christianity is a strong religion with a very strong base and actually very close. If you take the Trinity out, there's a very thin line between Christianity and Islam. But anyway, the aim in Europe was to take away belief and bring something else. So they brought philosophy, they brought science, and they say science is your new God. And they made for me, illusionary fight between belief and science. For me, there is not at all a contradiction. I know personally scientists who through science find their religion, for example. I don't understand the contradiction at all, to be honest. At all. Only because you find out, let's say we are saying Allah is doing everything. Then somebody is finding out how Allah He did it. Then after you can worship Allah even more. You say, MashaAllah, with such a fine creation, He making everything to happen. Yeah? Why I have to say, no, God didn't do it? Only because I understand how He did it. I understand how He did it, now He didn't do it anymore. What is the logic about this? What is the logic about that they are saying we are coming from monkeys, let's say? Yeah? They are very funny, you know. When they are saying in the school, they are saying to my kids, for example, they are saying, your next, your next relative is the monkey. And I'm saying, no, my next relative is my cousin from Zuleika. She's my next relative, let's say. Or my brother, my sister. No, your next relative is the monkey. They're already thinking, what kind of stupid things they are saying, you know. You know? The monkey. Yeah. I don't know how Allah Jalla Jalla, He created everything, all this. How, if it was created slow, fast, in Allah's time. I don't care. But I know there's a difference between human being and there's a difference between animals. Animals belong to the soul of the nature. The nature have one soul. Otherwise, why if the lion finds another dead lion, he doesn't care, he just eats from the meat? Huh? If they are like human beings. But a human being, if somebody that he loved died, he may be sad for 20 of years thinking about that soul, remembering that one, you know? Or, you know? So they have a nature soul. And they're coming from nature, going back to the nature soul. But human being is different. And human being, what is important to know, not to know if the creation was fast or slow, your body, let's say, you know, if Allah created through a time, doesn't matter for me. For me, there's no difference. But I know that the human being has something heavenly from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. You know, that when Adam was created and he became a human being, that Allah, He blow in him from His own breath to the human being. Then he became a human being. Because his own breath is inside of the human being, He make him to be highest creature. He's the highest creature. And He created a human being as the highest creature, is written like that in Quran. And He created the world for that highest creature. To use it in a respectful way, as Allah teaching us to use it. To respect nature, to respect animals, even if you use them according to your way and religion, you know, you may do, as they say, but with respect. With respect. Let's say like the Native American people, for example. Yeah? They were eating one buffalo maybe with the whole people. And then they use everything from him. They use the fur, they use the meat, they use the inside, even everything. They thanked the big ghost, they thanked the animal itself to give himself as a nourishment for them. You know, this is what Allah, He says, it's okay. Allah is happy with them. This is same in Islam. You treat the nature good, you treat the people good. The same in Islam. Then some unrespectful people coming, just shooting them like this. You know, like no words, don't care for anything. You know, and taking all the furs and even the whole race killed that they don't care. This is what Allah, He doesn't like. But He created us, He created human being differently. You know, different from animals. What was the question in the beginning you said?
So,
science.
regarding
Science.
if Islam rejects today's science or
Yeah.
accepts it, but
No.
you answered it goes hand in hand.
Not only hand in hand, but the real science. Look, they are saying everything. It was in Quran, for example, it's written every life came from water. Every life is coming from the water. For example, you know. So I am saying, and you can read about that. You can read about it. There's a whole books about that. So many science they find, and they found it is already written in the Holy Quran, for example. From 1,400 years ago, let's say, like that time, they didn't know even the world, if it's round, flat, whatever, you know, they didn't know. You know, or the planets. You know, let's not talk about the planets even. They didn't know. But in Quran, for example, it's written, وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. Talking about moon, sun, this is in Surah Yasin, sun, moon, and saying, وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. Everything is in a certain, it's in an orbit, circling. كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. Swimming, saying swimming, in a heavenly balance. This is written in the Quran at that time. Think about it. Why we have to reject science? Science. Every science which they find is just proving our Quran, mashallah. The Quran is the biggest miracle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and reaching in this time. That's why Prophet, he was never afraid somebody getting knowledge in any way. He said, go ask for knowledge even if you have to go to China. Ask for knowledge from time of your birth till your death. Know more, learn more. He was never afraid because he has the reality. For what he has to be afraid? He was very, very easy. They talked to him about Khalid ibn Walid, one of the cleverest generals ever living on this earth, Khalid ibn Walid. They asked him, what about Khalid ibn Walid? He said, he's intelligent, he will find Islam. For him it was clear. He's intelligent. He said, who's intelligent? He must come. Who has the ability to think, to understand, this ability from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. He will come. And it happened exactly like this. Khalid ibn Walid, he came. After the second battle, he came. He became Muslim. So there is no contradiction at all between Islam and science. وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ, for example, it's just one very small example. There's other things, you cannot imagine. وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. The funny thing is also this this كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ, this is a thing from the letters. If you read it from right or left, it's just the same. So it's a circle itself. How is this possible? Even this is a circle itself. كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ. You can read it from right to left, it's the same. كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ. Yeah? Because it's talking about how the planets are circling. So why not to put some sentence which you can read it from right to left, so it's become a circle itself? Who can do such thing? With so many words. And there's other things you cannot imagine. For example, saying we send the iron on earth. وَأَنزَلْنَا. We send it. No, in modern science, or recent, I don't know how recent this is, they find that the iron was not on this earth. It's not like, let's say, a diamond in the earth. Become cold and become diamond from pressure. No, iron not possible to be created. There's a limit of it, limit supply, and it was sent from other planets, from heavens. No, explosion and sent. But only what we criticize, but Islam not, for example, Islamic science people, they are not doing it. They are saying we learn as much as possible. If we learn new knowledge, we say thank you Allah for letting us know. And our belief will be bigger. But what they do, they become proud. They learn something, then they become proud to know that. And they don't accept that they have limits. Think about what the science knows. Think about what they know, and then think about the universe. What do they know? What do they know? Think. Even they don't know about our body, maybe 2%. If they know, then we must live forever. If they know everything 100%. No, they know only 2%, 3%. Yeah? And they are so limited. So what a Muslim he will do, he will thank you for the knowledge. Say, oh Allah, we are so limited according to your knowledge, according to what you created. We know only from the ocean, even from the ocean, we know only maybe 1%. They cannot even go down to the complete bottom to see what is really going on. Or our sky. They're saying always, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit.
This is American way.
Yeah, the sky is the limit. Okay, mashallah. Good that you understood. You cannot even look further to the sky and you are already proud. Who created the universe? Who knows which creation is in the universe? It's so unimaginably big. So what is our knowledge? It's 0.0000000, endless zeros, 1%. For what we are proud. That's why if we get some knowledge, say thank you Allah for having some knowledge. That's it. Why they are teaching our children in school, your relative is the monkey, your next relative is the monkey. And then somebody may ask, what was before? Before was empty space. And then there was explosion. Who made this explosion? It's just coming from gas. Who was creating that gas? I don't know, but we will discover one day. Why they are telling us? And why our people, they are not thinking further than the first explosion? Are we so limited? We cannot even say to our teachers, hey, if you teach me something, teach me the whole thing. Don't say to me the explosion is the limit. You understand? Why they are cheating us? Only because they give us electricity. Only because they give us some cars, some airplanes. And telephones. This gives them the right to cheat us about our spiritual powers, about our Creator. Gives them the right? No. That's why use science as much as possible. Science is a very good thing. You can make life more easy for people. You can understand some things about nature and praise Allah even more. For example, you look what the bees are doing. You can make science about what the bees are doing, how they're creating the honey. Then you praise Allah. You say, Allah, you created this little animal, going to every sweet flowers, taking sweet nectar and pollen, and taking sweet things and giving to human beings sweet things also. How you created them so beautiful. And one bee visits 1,000 flowers, making 1 spoon of honey, and we may eat it, And we understand about the bee. After we understood about the bee, we're saying, oh Allah, we understood about the bee. No, you didn't create it because I understood how you did it. And human being cannot even create one fly. We cannot even create a fly. Think about this. Not even a fly, man. So where's our science? We're making science without Allah, without Creator. That's why science, Islam is completely together. Islam and belief. We love science. We love it.
But together with the spiritual. Because I'm saying this because I can see that in the West and in my country, in Slovenia, there's science is big, and it's easy to rely on science, but about the faith in God is gone.
About what?
The faith in God.
Yeah.
Faith. Because people saying there's such bad things are happening, there's no God,
This is another big question, huh?
In science we can trust, only in science.
What they can trust in science? What? They can defeat not even cancer. You go to defeat cancer and they die after 2 months. Without treatment, 6 months. Where is the science? When they find something out about how to help people, then there's a big fight how they can make the most money out of it. Is it like this or not? So in whom they want to trust? In this untrustworthy, exploiting other people? This is their trust. I put my trust in this. That's why they are all depressive and sad. Yes.
Yes, it's true.
It's like that. What can we do? But this is the cheating of shaitan. That's what I'm saying. They are using something nice which they created, as we said, the electricity, the cars, the phone, to be powerful. But look, for example, if you look to old cultures, what they did, I don't know. I think yesterday I met the stepfather of him. He's from Peru. And they found out, for example, this Machu Picchu. Yeah. It's not even possible to do it nowadays with this, even with the machines which they have. You know? So the people, they are making science, using science without Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. What is Allah doing? He's saying, I am there also. He's letting them know. For example, Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the time and the end time will be very short. So now we have the possibility to make everything, like not in the old times. Old times we have to make everything very slow. When we meet, maybe we speak somehow. I send a bird with a paper. Then we meet after a month. Now everything very fast. I see you in 1 hour. See you there. Here. Yeah. So what's happening? Allah still everything is saying. Everyone is saying, I have no time. I have no time. I have no time. True or not? Time is running. You cannot even in one day you make one task. Already the day is finished. Because Allah is saying, I give you all that nice things to save time so you can worship me more, but you are not worshipping me. I make everything easy for you. All of you, you're like kings now, eating like kings, sleeping like kings. Yeah, you have all the possibilities, but you are not using your time to worship. So what I do, I make a funny little trick. I make the time shorter. And Prophet, he said that, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Allah is saying, I am here. If you are doing anything without me, it will never work. So we are not getting more things done than in the old times. No, not. Even each one saying, I have no time. Time is just flying by. With the food, the same. Why everybody is eating vitamins, for example? Why the food is not anymore the same like before in the old time? Maybe you eat one tomato, maybe it has nourishment like 100 tomatoes. One, or one lemon, or one piece of meat, or whatever. Now the food doesn't have the same nourishment anymore. Each people, they are weak. Like this, Sheikh Nazim was saying also. He said, when I was young, I eat one small bread, I can walk for 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers. Sheikh Nazim. So why is this? Because Allah gave people everything to make food for everyone. We have that from science, mashallah. Allah let us use His physical rules. He created those rules. He let us understand it, mashallah. Let us use it. Make people easy for human beings. It's a very good thing. But they are not using their time to worship Allah more. Yeah? That they don't have to go and get the food by themselves and work for their food and such things. They're not using. They're using it only to make more sins. To betray each other. To become more rich. To become, only for disgusting bad things, most of the people. Many of them. So Allah is saying, what I do? I take the power out from the food. No problem for me. You have so much food, but what you're doing, you're wasted. I think in Germany, France, maybe half of the food they waste. They don't value it even. And before they give it to other poor people, no, it must be wasted. Otherwise it's bad for my business, This is reality. They lock even the doors of the bins. So nobody from poor people can say, I will eat, the rest is okay. No, it's not okay. You come in daytime, you pay your money. You stupid, poor guy. So they make all these bad things even in front of these gifts which Allah gives to them. So what Allah doing? He's taking the power out from the food. You may eat big plates like this, but you don't have the same power like small handful of food like in the old times. So that's what I'm saying. The control is with Allah. The control is not with the science. You never can trust in the science. It's physical rules created by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. He may even change them anytime. He may change them anytime, because everything what happens is only sunnah from Allah. Sunnah. He may change it. He may do as he likes. This is just physical rules from Allah. You can only trust in Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. He's the creator of everything. And it will never happen according to how you want it, but it will always happen to according He wants it, you know. So in what you want to trust? You can trust that it will never happen according as you want it. Even you know the whole science, doesn't matter. What is the name of that that one? He passed away, he was only his head. Huh? Stephen Hawking, for example. What is the comparison? You trust in science and not anymore in God. What is the comparison? Where is God and where is the science? Huh? If these scientists are powerful, you think he decided himself to live all his life in just this strange machine? Who is all powerful? Who? Science or Allah Jalla Jalaluhu? You know? That's why for me it's no comparing at all.
Maybe it has something to do with it. How much is it our responsibility to inform people about Islam?
If this has something to do with it,
Or maybe it has something to do with this problem, because he said it's faith, the people are faithless.
yeah. As he said, we cannot. I think we have to stop slowly also for the food to come. There was also another thing what he said, that people go away from belief because bad things are happening. Also this in Islam is a completely different view as we look at that. You know, as a view in our Iman, for example, our Iman, Herr Schmidt, Vorname? Hä? Ralf, endlich bist du da. Guck mal, wie lange wir dich schon rufen, ey. Hä? Der Ralf, guck mal, der Abdul Qadir, der bringt alle Leute hier hin. Das ist gut, ey. Ralf muss auch hier hinkommen. Wo ist denn dein Vater? Ah, schade, der wäre so. Den wollten wir doch hier einziehen lassen. Ja. Mashallah, Ralf, das freut mich echt, dich zu sehen. Wirklich. Soll ich mich schnell ein bisschen umstylen? Ja, okay. Also, there's a misconception also. They are saying, I'm leaving my religion for bad thing, because bad things happen. When bad things happen, especially then you must trust in Allah. And this is one point of our belief, saying bad and good is coming from Allah, both. He created both, because we must understand something. We must understand. You know, how we understand if He didn't create things as He created it. You know, and Sheikh Mehmet was saying, I love this one, he said, we must believe that good and what we think is bad is coming from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. So in reality, because Shaykh Mehmet has so much adab towards Allah, he's not calling it bad. He said what we think is bad. We never know what will lead you to the good. Sometimes you have the most difficult time in your life, and then after you find it was the best time, and you thought it's so bad. But you must go through it with a strong belief, with an open heart, with a strong heart, you know, strong spirituality you must go. Connected with the people of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. In the end, be good for you. It doesn't matter what's happening. That's our conception of good and bad. That's why if bad thing happen, inshallah, cannot disturb our belief. What he's saying is true for sure. I think Islam, the problem is that Islam is shown completely different. Also this, we talked about it, I think that day, also is a sign of Prophet ﷺ. He said in the end time, what is good will be shown as bad, what is bad will be shown as good. Islam is completely shown as bad, you know. Then sometimes you have clever person, he meets a Muslim also, he has a good understanding, they talk for 1-2 months, he said, oh, this is Islam? I talked to one guy, one of our guys, he was drinking guy, Moroccan. Then he went to the next. Many times he go out and then he fighting also, he come back with the eyes like this. Sometimes we try to get him back, you know. And I find him in a pub, you know. And I enter that pub. These guys immediately, they were thinking we're coming to fight or something like that, you know. They were also a little bit like right people, you know. But they still take the money from that Moroccan guy because he drinks so much, you know. Then I talked to him, to that owner of the pub, for 10 minutes. And then already he said, if this is Islam, then I like also Islam, he said. You know, 10 minutes sometimes is enough. For sure we have to inform people, for sure. I think there is a lot of misunderstanding what Islam really is, you know. There's a lot of misunderstanding. And yes, we should inform as much as possible. But how? As written in the Quran, in beautiful manner. You know, inform people in a good manner. Somebody like to know something? I am there. Or my sheikh is there. You know, if you don't like, it's okay. I cannot come to you and force you, listen to me. Already when I do this, it's completely blocked, finish. You know, first of all, be a good example as much as you can do, you know, in your daily life, in your character. And then you may inform also about Islam, yes. And for sure, as much as they will know about Islam, then the misconception will be gone, inshallah. I am sure about that. I'm sure about that. I'm thinking these people, as you say, science, for example, Elon Musk. I had I have a brother-in-law, he liked to give me, test my ability to react on argumentations, you know, so he always take the opposite side, you know, a little bit annoying, but it's like that, you know. But I said, how stupid they are, you know, why they don't accept, they give their people who work for them a fake religion. With the aim, what is the aim for them? Hell. Why hell? Because the aim for Elon Musk is to go and live on the Mars. What is the Mars, man? It's a hell. But he put that in the head of all the people like it's something very nice, man. We are going to the Mars. And everyone, huh?
There's no one just with his
Yeah, he's not even doing it. But just to give the people a very high ambition. We are going to Mars. So he's giving the people a religion, and also they have some meditations and this and that, giving the people a religion where the final goal is to live in hell on the Mars. In a, I don't know, plastic sack all the day, you know? No air, no love, no trees, no nothing. And he's cheating the people. And I say to my brother, why he told, if they find out, because they found out it's good if people have an aim. They found it out, mashallah, they found it out. Yeah, very, very difficult to find out that a human being needs a higher aim. So for that higher aim, they give them this stupid substitute, you know. All of them falling for it. And I say to my brother-in-law, why they are not giving them Islam? Why? It's already there. I think my father on the first day, he said to you, they have to create a new radio. Radio is already here, but I must make a new radio for them. Give them the radio, is already here. The Islam is already there. Give it to them. You have the prayer where you relax your mind. You have your higher belief. You have the Quran, you have holy books, you have the prophets who came, they're so rich. And they give them this religion to go to the Mars, man. Even they give me, I don't know, man, 1 trillion times billion dollars, I will not go to the Mars, man. No, really. You know? What's this kind of religion, man? Yeah, we want to go to the Mars. Let's work hard. It's funny, no? And they are clever people somehow.
So Elon Musk is getting this energy from Shaitan, or? But this is too much. I mean, he is powerful in one way.
Musk, where he's getting energy, Allahu Alam, man. Allahu Alam. Allahu Alam. Maybe there's some jinn helping him. Maybe. For what reason, I don't know. I don't think that everything he makes is bad.
Yes.
To look for alternative energy, I don't say that is a bad thing. To make alternative energy, to put satellite in the sky, to people connect, can be used also good, if you like to use it good. If, you know. But how these people can be so clever and never look to the biggest thing which happened in the whole time of human being history that we know, yeah, and changing the world in such a strong way, like appearance of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, for example, they're never looking to it, never thinking. Why only 30,000 people want to go to Mars, but there's 2 billion people who believe in Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ, saying Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah ﷺ. Why they are not thinking about this? Why they are cutting themselves off from it? Why? Only because they know, as we said, a tiny atom of Allah's knowledge, of tiny atom, they understand how they deny their Lord. Yes, this is Shaitan, for sure. Shaitan, he wants to deny his Lord. Shaitan. There's no one else. This is the thing of Shaitan. Don't be afraid of anything else. Don't be afraid of anything. But be only afraid that you lose your belief in Allah. That is, you must be afraid from that. The rest, never be afraid. If you die, you live, you have to eat, you don't have to eat. If ill, not ill, doesn't matter. But be afraid to lose your belief. You know. Because this power is something much, 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 much more than we can think of. Inshallah. Yes, we can talk about it, mashallah, until Fajr or whatever, you know. It's so many.
It was one question.
Huh?
It was one question.
No, it was 2, and he added also another one. It was 3. 3 in English. Today we had English also, mashallah. That's good.
But I heard people scientists going to not to hell, not to Jannah. It's coming in a part of Barzakh. They're standing there. I heard something. Maybe I'm wrong. So the sciences is
Neither good nor bad.
To discover Quran. You mentioned twice electricity or bar. rather وبركم من السوائل فهذا الموت من the higher. Also شق القمر.
What, Shaqul Qamar?
Yeah, it's all today discovered the scientists.
That the moon was... Yeah, it said...
Talking about that now.
What he's saying is that science is a neutral thing. It's neither bad nor good, you know. As you use it. As I said, if you use it to strengthen your belief, it's good. For example, that's what he said also. There is proof about it, because Prophet ﷺ, when I asked him for proof of his prophethood, he separated the moon. You know, he did it in front of all of them. You know, by the permission of Allah, it was separated to both sides of the heavens, like this, the moon, and then coming back together. There was so many witnesses. After this, they say, "Oh, you are just a wizard." Still, they didn't believe to him. You know, saying you're a wizard. But they discovered that there is a kind of crack, that it was once separated. Like, anyway, there's so many things. If you're interested in science, look for that. There's books about it. Inshallah. Okay, may Allah, inshallah, forgive me, bless you, inshallah. May Allah give us knowledge which is beneficial for all of us and benefit us through His knowledge, inshallah. Ya Rab, give us deep understanding, good understanding, love, inshallah, for Allah, love for prophets, love for each other, inshallah. Open our hearts, make them wide, understandable, happy, not fearing anything, inshallah. Give health to everyone, inshallah, Ya Rab. اللهم يا رب الناس أذهب الباس اشفي أنت الشافي لا شفاء إلا شفاءك شفاء لا يغادر سقما سلام قولا من رب رحيم. Giving health, happiness, and yes, صحبة فقراء ما لذة العيش إلا صحبة الفقراء. We don't have taste of life unless we are together with the loving ones of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, poor ones. Then we feel something, mashallah. And Allah Tawfiq al-Fatiha.